joining us here at San Antonio Dog Training Company. Here I have Riley, a young golden retriever, and I'm going to kind of show you what we do during our training sessions. So he's completed 2 weeks and he is actually getting ready to go home this afternoon. Here you can see me starting with a heel, just kind of guiding him around. We're using Dracarys, one of our trainer's little puppies, as a distraction tool. As you can see, he kind of looks at the puppy. He's a little interested, but he knows that he's doing his job. The next thing we're going to show you is his recall. So I'm going over here, just kind of going past the puppy, around a toy as well, and his job is going to be to come to me and sit up front. So you can see I call him over to me, and he went around the little barrier that the puppy's kind of posted on, came up to me, sat down, and then went ahead and did a perfect recall. Next thing we started working on was just his little bit of off leash. So you can see there, I started off, let him reposition. He grabbed the toy, which is perfectly fine, and went ahead and put him into an off leash heel. Now this one is very reliant on you being able to correct if he gets out of position. So you can see there, he went too far ahead. So I told him no, heel, and you can see me trying to guide him back to where he's supposed to be. And he's also trying to avoid playing with the puppy, but he's doing a fantastic job. You can see he's looking up at me. He's getting a cookie from me for doing a good job and doing fantastic. Even when I'm off leash, when I stop walking, it's going to be his job to sit. So you'll see that a little bit farther into the video. Once again, rewarded him for walking by the puppy very, very nicely. And you could see Riley doing a good auto sit after I stop walking. And I don't tell him the word sit, he just automatically does. And see right there that he broke the sit? All I did was I went ahead and I guided him back to where I had him. Gave him a little pop on the leash, tell him no, sit. And then his job once again is to hold it. So we're gonna go ahead and work on that again. It's not the end of the world if your dog breaks a command, but it is very important to be able to show them what you expect from them without shutting them down. You can see there he's rewarded for holding a good sit stay. And we go ahead and release him and go back into an off-leash heel. You can see his shoulder blade is typically right next to my leg, and if he gets anywhere out, all I do is tap my leg and get him back into focus for that off-leash heel. You can see the remote in my hand as well. Whenever you see me having to give a correction, I'm also pressing that button. Right there, he did an sit in motion, and that's pretty much where your dog is supposed to sit while you say sit, and you continue to walk away, and his job's to hold it. He did great at that. I also gave him a down command, and his job was to down wherever he was. He tends to have a problem where he likes to try and lay on your feet and follow you around when you ask him to down. So we've been working on that, and he has been doing great. So you can see here I go to pet the puppy, and he breaks it down. So what do? I go ahead, guide him back over to where he was, put him back in the down position, tell him that he's doing a good job, reward him for that, and then go back and pet that puppy again. That way he can go ahead and practice holding that. Even if another dog's getting attention, his job's still to follow through with the command. I went ahead and released him, and now we're going to work on his place. And in a place, his only job is to stay up on that bed. He could sit there, lay there, do whatever he wants, and then the only way to get off the bed is by saying the word okay. And as you can see, this camera is pretty far out as far as the camera focus, so you can see it's actually a pretty large room, and he's actually doing a very good job doing that long distance play stay. I went ahead and released him over there, encouraged him. Now, it's okay if your dog holds a place too good. That's good. He's doing a good job. All I did was give him a little more encouragement to make him realize he is allowed to break it, and he's doing good. Next thing we're practicing is another recall. I actually gave him to my coworker Amber to pet, and I was going to call him off of her to see if he would respond even after he was getting pets, and he did beautifully. In this one, he is in a let's go, so his only job is going to be to run up to me, let me pet him, grab him, and then walk around in my area. So you can see me try to lose him, and his job's just to stick in my area. You can see whenever I stop walking, I see if he wants to jump on me. He gives me a sit, which is fantastic, and I reward that. I'll go ahead and ask for a sit again, and he gives me a sit. Very, very excited, but he's still doing a good job. Reward that. And even though I'm talking and everything like that, his job's still to hold it. So right there that he broke it, that's okay. He's excited. We go ahead, we correct it, put him back in a sit, and then make him hold it again. This is also a new facility, so he's been here about 2 times. So it is actually a new environment for him to be training in as well. I go ahead and ask for a down. And there he goes, kind of trying to do a little bit of that army crawling, but he's doing great. I go ahead, call him to me in another come command. His job's to come and sit up front, which he does beautiful once again. And then I just go ahead and ask him for a heel and walk around. The most important part is repetition, 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 and letting your dog know exactly what you expect from him. So right there, he got a little too far ahead. I went ahead, let him reset, and he just went ahead and figured out exactly what I was asking of him, did it, and now we're going ahead and moving on again. Right there, he did get a little far ahead when he did the auto sit, but we went ahead, he stopped, and he immediately sat down, and then I asked for the heel so we could go ahead and try again. That one he does a lot better and is actually waiting for me and doesn't walk too far ahead for it. The biggest thing is to also make your training sessions fun. You don't want this to be drill work or anything like that. You want it to be fun for the dog, but also teach them the rules and structures and boundaries that you're providing. Right there, you see me asking for a place at a distance, and he knew exactly what I just pointed out the bed, and he knew exactly which one I wanted him to go to, and he did great. And that is Riley on his 2 weeks of training. Thank you for joining us.